It's Tuesday, December 2nd. It's about an hour and a half into trading, and I'm actually done trading for the morning here. I kind of wanted to highlight what's unfolded here all morning, the three trades I made, and how this is sometimes typical of what, happens when price starts hitting targets and you don't know, their key inflection points. So just thought I'd kind of follow up. Again, when I watch many stocks and at the same time, you kind of get a feel for what's unfolding in the bigger picture. Today, I traded this Palantir, which I'll show you in a minute. I traded Tesla here, and I traded the SPY, and they're all kind of a key inflection point, so that's why I wanted to point it out. If you look at here my trading, Palantir, I described how I bought it early on aggressively at 169.68, and I had very nice gains up to its target here to 174.50. The SPY I bought at 9.30. I scaled out at 10, and I sold the rest here at 9.84. They're asking like 9.40 right now, back my entry price, but I'm already out of that because it's in a key area, and it might, be failing up here. And then Tesla, same thing, where I really anticipated potentially a strong breakout. I bought it at 11.75, scaled out at 14.02, and once I saw that potentially failing, I had to exit the rest at 11.17, but that's an overall small gain there, small gain here, pretty nice gain here. And, just for the fact that they've hit targets, that's why, number one, entry location is very important. But number two, when they hit targets, sometimes you just have to, exit or be very careful at a minimum here and do no worse than break even. For me, it was, taking base hit gains at these levels, and it looks like it ended up being the right move. So Palantir, described, I bought it here. It did come up, reach this target around the 175 area that I was talking about. You can see we're just pulling back orderly. We might have a secondary buy in the afternoon. I'll keep an eye on that, but maybe not. The SPY, like I said, I just believed we needed to hit that weekly high, and that's all it really needed to do. And now, this is a key inflection point. 2 days into the week, we could still come down, get through the open, and maybe start failing on the week. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, although we could head higher too. But, that's why I think, for at least the way price action's unfolding, this is an interesting inflection point. If we kind of hold in this choppiness and start higher, great, but I'm going to keep an eye on a potential failure. And Tesla, obviously, I thought there could be a very powerful breakout, but as it turns out, once that's why entry location was so important to get in before that breakout. I scaled out, set up another trade. I saw that big red bar form, knew that was a potential failure, but then I wanted to watch it. And once it just paused here and couldn't really immediately rebound, I exited that trade with a small gain, and unfortunately, didn't get that big push up out of this triple top here. So we'll see what happens here, obviously taking out the lows of the day and heading lower at the moment, and we'll see how this bar ends up. So that's again why entry location is important. Scaling out for me is important because it sets up no risk scenarios, and you can see Tesla, unfortunately, at the moment is failing to the downside, as is the market potentially as well. So anyway, I'm done for the morning here. I'll continue to watch it. If I really see a big failure unfolding here, maybe a big red bar and then a orderly pause, I might try a trade to the downside, but I'm going to just see. I don't know if this is just a lot of volatility, near those weekly highs or not. But anyway, just showing you why, for me, scaling out is important, and how knowing where the key targets are when you look at the broadening formations on the strat, why that's kind of critical in terms of your analysis of about how to manage some of these trades. So we'll see what happens for the rest of the morning, and I'm done for now, but we'll see if other opportunities unfold.